experiencing a tornado. It is not a confirmed tornado, but there's enough rotation that this thunderstorm could drop a tornado any minute. It will be smarter in your area in about 20 minutes. This is right over Flat Rock, right to the east of Dennis. Again, this is south of the St. Regis. Rodney, if we could, yep. Rodney's taking us street level now so we can see if there's any streets. So Sinclair Drive and Cold Branch Road, as well as Dogwood Drive. These are the areas that could be experiencing a tornado. Again, we're seeing winds about 40, 50. I want to zoom out, Rodney, and maybe query some of these winds. What you're looking at is the storm relative velocity. You're not looking at the actual radar. So this is picking up on how strong the winds are. We're seeing winds that's now moving right over the lake at about 50 miles per hour. So this could be a tornado on the ground. Ronnie, I want to zoom north a little bit because I do want to give people an idea. Up here where you see Lake Oconee, Rod, if you could zoom in. So this is to the south of which high school is this? I want to zoom in and show you. I know that we have queried a lot. I've added a lot of the, okay, so let's zoom out a little bit. I've added a lot of the relevant kind of landmarks around this area. And this is outside of the tornado warning. So let's zoom out just a little bit more, Rod. There are some
this is completely out. Lake Oconee is not in the warning.
Okay, so this is south of Lake Oconee. It's just the southern half of Lake Oconee. So it does extend down into the Milledgeville area. Again, Eatonton, you are not in this tornado warning. It is south of Eatonton. It is extreme southwestern quadrant of Putnam County. This will move out of our viewing area here shortly, but this tornado warning does extend until 4:30. Again, the National Weather Service seeing enough rotation. You see it right here. Wow, if you could let that ride again, Rod, watch what's happening in this corner of this. You see that orange? That is significant winds that they're seeing this couplet going right over, again, southeastern portions of Putnam County. And that's why they've issued that tornado warning. This is right over the Flat Rock area. It's moving east. Sandy Run, you are within this tornado warning. Devereaux, you are in this tornado warning. Again, Rodney is querying this to see what kind of wind speeds we could be seeing.
Moving
50,
very
60.
quick, too. It's almost out of Putnam County.
Okay, so it's moving very quickly. Again, it is going to be out of our viewing area here shortly. This whole region is still under the tornado watch. Rodney, can we zoom out and show which areas are under the tornado watch? I kind of want to give everyone an idea of the overall radar because a lot of these storms, Metro Atlanta, you are now completely dry. You are safe, okay? West Georgia, completely dry and safe. Athens, Gainesville, the mountains still seeing a lot of rain. You guys are still under the tornado watch. So a tornado is still possible, but it's this storm down here that you guys see. See all that lightning? That indicates us to the energy in a storm, okay? That lightning, there's a ton of it. Just south of Eatonton, down towards Macon, Warner Robins, the whole front end of that line of storms, including Milledgeville, is very severe, and they've issued that tornado warning again for the extreme eastern portion of Eatonton. I think this does include Lake Oconee, but it's south of the St. Regis, so the St. Regis is fine. See the bowing structure on this? That indicates to me strong, see the gradient here between the red and the green? That indicates to me strong 60-mile-per-hour winds, and it's right here, this area in pink, that they are seeing that significant rotation. So it's now actually looks like it's just moved east of the lake, continuing off to the east. Let's go street level, Rod. This is headed towards Sparta. If you live in Sparta, if you have family in Sparta, I know it's the middle of the night. If you know someone that lives there, go ahead and call them. Tell them that they need to be in their safe place. It looks like this potential tornado could be moving over Oconee Springs. This is the lake that you see right here. I can't really see what road this is. It looks like Enos Drive, Rockville Road. If any, Rockville. Okay, so the
your
city
winds
of
are going to be at
Rockville-
their strongest too, Ella. Where that bright wind is that just picked back up to.
Okay.
That definitely is one of the stronger parts, at least wind-wise.
Yeah, so when you're seeing these bright green colors, that indicates us stronger winds. Rockville, you're right on the fringe of this tornado warning. You still need to be in your safe space. Rockville Road, which moves south of Rockville, is in this. Sparta Highway is included in this tornado warning. And like Rodney said, this potential tornado is moving very fast. It's moving at 55 miles per hour. So zooming back out, see the green and the red here? That indicates to me this is where the tornado may be, okay? Just to the north of Milledgeville, moving east at about 50 miles per hour. You can see that there. Yeah, that's why they decided to issue this. Guys, this storm system has a history of producing tornadoes. We've been watching this through the entire last week. It spawned tornadoes in Mississippi, in Alabama. We've seen multiple tornado warnings here in Georgia since about 5 or 6 p.m. tonight. This is, Rodney is taking off a lot of the, Rodney, go back to the green. So this right here, indicates to me the strongest winds on this system, and then this little red area right there might be where the tornado is. I'm not seeing strong rotation, guys, but I'm seeing very strong winds on this. And basically, the National Weather Service will issue a tornado warning if they think that there's enough rotation right here that a tornado could strike the ground. So regardless, if you live in this area, you certainly need to be in your safe space. Not only could you see a potential tornado, but really strong winds could bring down trees on your houses. And that's one of the main things that we worry about in these storm systems, is that we always see down trees on homes, okay? So an interior room away from windows, a bathroom, really, really strong, sturdy, and interior closet, and certainly if you have a basement, that's where you need to be. Again, this is a tornado warning for Putnam County until 4:30 in the morning. That's for the next 25 minutes. Rockville Springs Road, Sparta Highway. Again, if you're just now tuning in to us, this is far away from Metro Atlanta. Metro Atlanta, you are in the clear. The storms have moved out. This is actually east of Edenton. Edenton not included in this tornado warning. It's just north of Milledgeville. It's for this line you see that has, it looks like it has some hail in it as well. Ronnie, tell me what you are seeing here.
Well, I definitely saw the rotation earlier. In fact, what we'll do here, Ella, and you just mentioned the hail, you're absolutely right.
Yep.
Where that storm was moving over the gray area, that purple that you see indicating hail that has already fallen. So Ella said that there's the data to support that. I'm going to go back to the velocity and do sort of a deep analysis on this. When the tornado warning was initially issued, and we'll go back in time here, there was definitely a brief moment where this green and red sort of came together as the storm was moving into Putnam County. And as the storm moved into Putnam County, I'm going to do this step by step for you. Southeast Putnam County, notice that really bright green there. I'm going to put a wind on that. It's a 51 mile per hour wind that we were clocking at that point when the storm was just south of Edenton. Now, as we continue to move forward in time, one thing we'll say is that it's moving very quickly, so it's already really out of Putnam County. But I'm also, Ella, noticing that the rotation isn't nearly as easy to see as it moves northeast as it was when the warning was initially issued. So there's still a threat technically for far east Putnam County, this Rockville area that Ella is telling you about. Once it clears Rockville, I think that'll be it for Putnam County. But you can still see that brightness, Ella, just east of Rockville.
And Lake Oconee is to the north. It actually connects, and then the riverbed flows into Lake Sinclair, which is where Milledgeville is, okay? So we are in between Lake Oconee and Lake Sinclair. It is the kind of obituary or the stream that connects these two lakes where this potential tornado is over. So Lake Oconee, you are in the clear, okay? Oconee Water Sports area, you are in the clear. The St. Regis, you are in the clear. It is south of there, Rockville down into Sparta. I think Devereux, you are in this tornado warning, again, which is moving away from Edenton. Edenton, you are not included in this tornado warning. We are seeing winds going away from the radar about 50 miles per hour, coming towards the radar at about 50 miles per hour. So potentially somewhere between 70, 80 mile per hour winds in addition to the potential tornado. Rod, can we zoom back out and go back to just the actual radar? I want to kind of dive into what we're seeing here. So again, it now looks like the leading edge of this line is moving past Lake Sinclair. Lake Oconee, you're getting a ton of rain, lightning. Here's the Ritz-Carlton that we're talking about. You're completely out of this warning. So the Ritz-Carlton, Lake Oconee, Edenton, out of the warning. It is moving off to the east. Sparta is the next place, the next city where this potential tornado will break down. I can tell you from what I'm looking at, guys, I am not seeing a significant notch or a significant kind of what we look at in terms of all of the things that help us diagnose if there could be a tornado on the ground. I'm not seeing any of those signatures, but according to the National Weather Service, they think that there could be a tornado that drops at any time. Is this the correlation coefficient, Ronnie?
That was the CC.
This is the correlation coefficient. These smaller, kind of lower values you see of yellow here could indicate either hail or things that are larger than raindrops flying around, potentially leaves, potentially branches. And when we see those lower values, it gives us an idea of if there could be debris flying in the air. I'm not seeing a significant debris ball. This is another really great tool that we use here at Atlanta News First. Rodney, is this, what is this?
So this is the rotation that it has been detecting. And one of the things we both mentioned was we didn't really feel like that rotation was hanging on.
Yeah.
But you could see where initially, right at the beginning of that tornado warning, First Alert radar was picking up on moderate rotation. Yeah.
Moderate rotation across Lake Sinclair. Again, if we're zooming out, Lake Oconee and Ritz-Carlton not included in this tornado warning. It is just to the south, Lake Sinclair, which is north of Milledgeville. If you have friends, family, kids that are go to GCSU, they are okay. They are not included in this tornado warning, okay? It's just to the north of Milledgeville. The city of Sparta is the main city included in this tornado warning. We have on the velocity here. I'm seeing some very strong winds. This light green here on the order of 50, 60 miles per hour moving east. Can we go ahead and track this, Rodney, off to the east, the leading edge of this, to see where it may be headed? Again, just outside of this tornado warning, this is I-20 you see here, Greene County to the north. You're not included in this. It's moving northeast very quickly at about 50 miles per hour. So that puts it in the Norwood area around 4:38. That's in about 30 minutes. Good news is this is a pretty underpopulated area, but again, it is including Lake Sinclair. I will tell you, the Lake Oconee down into Lake Sinclair now looks like you are behind this potential tornado. I do see it east of the lake here, the strongest part of the storm here that you see in the pink. That could also include definitely some hail, a lot of lightning as well. Again, this is a tornado warning that is out for the next 20 minutes.
It looks like they just
canceled
this. The severe thunderstorm warning is still there. I'm double checking, Ella, but yes, that warning has been canceled.
Okay, great. So this is the severe thunderstorm warning that's down Milledgeville and Lake Oconee, and this is out of our viewing area, so we're only going to stay with you for the next few minutes, but this line is still very severe. It's east of Macon, moving towards Sanderville, Thompson. This storm could still spark tornadoes, and again, we're watching it second by second. If another tornado warning pops, we will be back on. I want to zoom right out, Ronnie, and just give people another little update. Metro Atlanta, now in the clear. Gainesville, now in the clear. West Georgia, now in the clear. Upson County, Griffin, you're in the clear. LaGrange, you're in the clear. Covington, you're in the clear. Still seeing a lot of rain in Athens from Watkinsville up into the mountains. And you guys still are under a tornado watch technically until 10 a.m. But I will say that this line's going to move out in about the next hour. The strongest portion of the storm is down to our south in the Macon area and the Eatonton area. It is headed towards Augusta. Guys, and Augusta is under a tornado watch. So friends and family, if you have them in Augusta, you might want to wake them up and tell them they probably just need to be on high alert over the next few hours. But for the vast majority of us, and now it looks like this system is winding down, okay? So again, here's the tornado watch. You see it is in red. So it includes Oglethorpe County, it includes Putnam County, and Greene County. And those are really the only counties in our viewing area that are still included in this tornado watch. So it now looks like Walton County, you've been taken out of the tornado watch. Let's see. Jackson County, you were out of the tornado watch. Forsyth, Hall County, you were out of the tornado watch. So this is going to wind down for us here in the next hour or so, guys. But East Georgia still is under that tornado watch with potential some spin-up tornadoes in the next hour or so. Again, we are here. We're going to keep you updated, and we will be back on air. We'll check back in with you at about 5 a.m. with another update.